Hey, welcome to my channel. Today's gonna be a little bit different. I'm going to explore some toys that were around when I was a kid. I'm sure a lot of you will remember some of these toys because I know a lot of the people that I watch my channel are around my age, and I'm going to do a series. Now these are the toys and the items that I display at an antique show. It's at the Milton Steam Air Steam and Tractor Show, and I display in the yesteryear barn. So anything that's got to do with the past, I display. And like it started out as bottles, and then it slowly progressed into anything that I think is interesting to people. That's interesting to me. Like if I find it interesting, chances are you'll find it interesting. So, anyways, enough talking. I'm going to show you guys some toys that were out when I was born, which was in the 1960s. And were really popular. Like these are the toys. These were the must-have toys Christmas morning when I was growing up. So this is a FisherPrice Minicopter, and what you do is you would drive along, like pull along, and as you're pulling it with this piece of plastic thread, the helicopter will move, and then of course the back wheel moves, and so there was looks like a dog on one side, a little girl on the other side, and then a little boy out front. And this came out in 1970. And I'm sure a lot of you will remember this. And then, okay, this was another one of those. This was the FisherPrice. It's called the Toot Toot, and this was made for kids that were, young, like 4 or 5 years old. And there was a string on it at one time. It was actually, you can see that it's made out of, the base of it is made out of wood. I got this one here. I should tell you also that this part of the helicopter is actually wood with plastic wheels and stuff. But the base of it is wood with a plastic engine thing and a plastic front. So I'm quite sure there was eyes here at one time, which have now worn off. This is also wood, and you pull along, and then goes like that. Really interesting. And this is actually 1964. Yes, 1964. So that came out around the time I was born. That was a must-have. And here's something that everybody had, and it was your own radio, transistor radio. The transistor radios were popular back in the 60s. So this was, it was like 1967 or 1970. And there was a little boy and a little girl in the back. And you wind it up, and you play music. And I'll tell you, I'll show you this. The toy companies were pretty smart, because there's the transistor radio that was popular when I was younger, and there's this. So I think that's when they were starting to really make toys like the adults had. So that's going to be a while. So that's done, and then of course like, we didn't have dollar stores back in those days. We had 5 to dime stores. And you go to the 5 to dime store and you could pick up, here's a Volkswagen Beetle. It's made out of plastic. And you'd get this at the 5 to dime store, which was basically similar to a dollar store, but it was only 5 cents to 10 cents. So they were popular. And of course, the miniature army guys. You know, every boy had to have a army with the cowboys and Indians and stuff. And which I do have an entire set, actually, of cowboy. Oh, that one's fell off. Here you go. Yours was also very, very, very popular. You had these, and they would create armies and attack each other, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of hands-on, and of course, this set came with the canoe because you were fighting the Indians, so you had to have canoes and teepees, and there was like a little stagecoach. And these were all in from the 1960s into the 1970s. So of course another dollar store, or 5 cents, 10 cents. Now of course, unfortunately, I don't have the base of the boat, but this is a plastic boat from the 60s. It would have had a base on it. I actually found this bottle digging in some of my earlier videos from 2016. So you can see this where I dig it out. And then cameras were getting popular, so kids had to have their own camera. So of course you would look into it and snap the picture, and this moves, and this would have been your flash, so your pre-10 flash. And if you looked on this side, you could see who you were going to take a picture of. If you looked in here, you could actually see, I can't show it to you, but you can actually see that there was pictures. And as soon as you clicked down, you saw a new scene. So that's, and then, okay, the last one, I'm going to show, actually 2 more, so be patient. So these were very popular. These were spin tops. And you had to, I got one of these Christmas morning, and it was just great. You can tell by the base that this was definitely played with. I'm back. I was distracted. So, anyway, so I was showing you the top. Then, and of course, you had to have this. This was one of the items you had to have Christmas morning. And this one, you see, has a train. It's a zoo. And all kinds of zoo animals. They're all on the train. I think that was an animal with balloons. So you're all on this train, and start spinning, and there you go. So, but there's also the larger one. This is the larger top. This was another must-have. Except this one, I know it's hard to see, but it had marbles inside, so it made even more of a noise. And this one here, it was made by Ohio Art. But anyways, this was a must-have, and the bear, there's a little bear in the center, and a raccoon on this side. There you go. This was a must-have. It's a little stiff. It was out in storage. It's a little stiff. So, what, 1960s toys video wouldn't be complete without Batman. So, this is the Batman car. Let's see if we can get it up close to you. So there's Batman and Robin. You have to get a little stand made. So this was Batman and Robin, and I believe this was matched. Okay, this was Husky. So this little car was made by Husky, and that is definitely Batman and Robin, the Cape Crusaders from the 1960s TV show. So I'm going to end this video today, and if you like it, please let me know, and I will make more. I'm hoping to get more of these because I do enjoy making them. But this is just kind of a sample of an earlier toy, wind up. Hoping it's going to work. And it's not going to work for me. It does work, but like I said, it's cold. So the next time you will see this, I'll actually have it working. When things are cold, they tend not to work. And will probably start working right after I turn the camera off. But it's old. So that's a sample of what's going to be coming up. So if you like it, if you like this series, let me know. I have lots of toys. I have lots of ideas. I have another idea coming up for, yesterday I did the tools, like the one of a kind. Well, now I was thinking about doing a video on what was popular, what everybody had to have back in the day. You know, whether it was a floppy disk for your computer, you had to have one of those. Whether it was a moon ring or, you know, anything along that lines, things that people had to have, but they have no use for it now. So I have some ideas for some videos to come. It is winter here in Canada, so I cannot go out bottle digging. I have a couple more bottle digging videos from last fall I'm going to put on shortly, but I can't get out right now. Like, I have 3 feet of snow in my front yard, so, and the ground is frozen. So anyways, let me know what you like. If you like this kind of videos where I'm digging through my antiques and bringing them out, because a lot of this stuff I have packed away for a year till the next antique show where I display things, and I know they're popular at the antique show. People love seeing this stuff, so I'm hoping you like seeing it on YouTube. You know, you like seeing these toys, brings back some memories of when you were a kid. So anyways, please like, subscribe. I'll talk to you again. Bye for now.